Look at this giant piece of fish. Tell me what we're going to do with this.
So we have a whole East Coast halibut. I'm going to demonstrate how to break it down.
Awesome.
And then we have a nice little spring salad that we're going to serve with it with a really nice light citrus vinaigrette.
Very nice.
Very light, very fresh, very spring.
Let's get started.
What we're going to do is the halibut, there are actually 4 fillets to the halibut. You can take this off in one big piece or you cut it into 4. There's a line that kind of runs right down the center here. So we're just gonna follow that line straight through, and then with the tip of the knife, what you're gonna feel is the center bone that runs down the whole back of this back of the halibut. And if you just follow the bone, that is ideal. So this comes up this way. So there's lots of meat on here. So you don't want to, you don't want to lose as little meat as possible.
And you've already got the gills and the guts and everything out of here.
Gills are out, head's off.
Obviously the head.
Yeah. And so then you want to use a flexible knife because you want to, that bone kind of comes down and then it goes on an angle. So you definitely want to use a flexible knife when you do this.
So really important to have a nice fillet knife.
Absolutely, very sharp too. All right, so we're gonna come right down.
Now, did you buy this with the head off and already scaled and gutted, or did you?
No, it was head on, and we sell the cheeks as appetizers.
Oh, beautiful.
And we use the bones for a nice fish fumet.
Awesome.
So when we're making sauces or soup, we use a nice fumet. And then you just keep following those bones right down.
And are you gonna skin this also?
We're gonna skin this before we cook it, yes.
Nice.
Then we're gonna come right down.
Great job. You got right up against the bone.
Pierce it through.
You need a pretty sharp knife for this, along with it being flexible, huh?
Absolutely. So we're gonna take this right here. And then you have your whole quarter of a halibut fillet.
Nice.
And we're just gonna trim this up a little bit.
So you would flip this over and do the same thing on the other side?
Both, yeah, there's 2 more quarters on the other side.
Okay.
So all we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this around, and then you have a gorgeous, gorgeous fillet here.
It really is.
It's very fresh. You can always tell by, if you press that, see how it springs back?
Yeah.
So it's
not
a
all
fresh
mushy.
fish. Yeah, it's a fresh fish.
Doesn't get much fresher than this.
So we're just going to take this, and if you hold on to the skin and just, you don't really push with the knife, very little bit.
You kind of pull on that skin.
Yep.
And you want to have the edge of the knife off the cutting board, I say?
Correct. So you get a nice flat.
You make it look so easy.
Very little waste. And then what you want to do too is you want to remove, you see how you have this pinkish hue here? That's the bloodline.
Okay.
So that tends to have a stronger flavor than the white flesh. So you want to remove most of that to eliminate that really
metallic.
strong, metallic fishy flavor to it.
I believe that's a little higher in mercury too, that part.
Yep.
So it's good health-wise.
The blood.
Now, do you save the skin? Do you throw
So
that in the stock?
that'll go right in the stock. Yep. And we're just gonna get 2 small fillets here.
Gorgeous.
Take the tail off, and we'll just portion these out.
You do anything with any of these little odds and ends here? Do you grind them up, or?
So no, I mean sometimes we'll make like a fish mousse, and you can do quenelles that we'll do in soup and whatnot. But you want to make sure that sometimes when the knife is too sharp, there's a little bit of bone right there. So just make sure all of those are removed. So then we're gonna just cut one more piece. All right.
Great.
And there you have 2 gorgeous fillets of halibut.
Gorgeous they are.